Right. Hello and welcome to the pilot Sheffield UFO Club podcast or videocast or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know really. This is all pretty new to me. Well, not the UFO stuff, but yeah, I'm usually a watcher of YouTube, not necessarily a participator. But here we go. Let's see how it goes. Yes, welcome. I'm really excited about this. This is since setting the group up, it's been a week. It's been a week pretty much. What is it? Yeah. Well, from Thursday, Friday, yeah. So so much has happened already. In fact, so much information on it. Just like it's kind of blown me away, to be honest. Like it's weird, but I'm really excited. And thanks everyone for joining the group. Thanks for everyone's input so far. If you're just enjoying it, observing it, laughing at it, who cares? Just happy that you're a part of it. Who knows where it's going to go? It might not go anywhere. I might decide I don't want to do it anymore. So this could be the only one, but you know, I doubt that. I'm going to go through all the posts that have been going on here because it's just brilliant. I just love it. It's been an absolute focus. I've just been like absolutely hooked on it. Just watching everybody just like popping off. Yeah, it's bloody brilliant. It's been absolutely fantastic. The reason why I set the group up was I've been really, really like into UFOs and all the alien shit, science fiction, all that stuff for years. Anyone who knows me probably knows that. And last week, when the old Pentagon decided to basically release the disclosure on admitting that there is UFOs, you know, rather than not commenting on it or anything like that, it's just, yeah, they're here. Here we go. Here's this video. We don't know what it is. We don't know what they are. Videos. We don't know what they are. So on the day, I went and got it.
Up to the camera a bit.
Oh, there we go. A bit of light on it, and there's the little alien on it. There he is saying, "Told ya." Ben, could you hold that over? Yeah, all right. Cheers, man. We've got Benny Boy on tech here, by the way. Dead eye. Look, there he is. Look, there he is. Told ya. Yeah, we're on Helen's blooming great now, but if you just move it to your, there we go. There he is. Told ya. That's it. You saw it on the Daily Star. There he is.
Background. That's the footage that
was
leaked
years
ago, and then the Pentagon have basically said it's genuine footage, and we genuinely don't know what it is, what's going on.
Yeah, and like if you've watched the footage as many times as me, it's just amazing. It's just baffling. It's just this like weird sort of craft that's like hovering, and it changes direction as you've seen it, and you know, it's just incredible. And like
got footage on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll just quickly bring up a tab here.
One of them like BBC little breakdowns or something, just like a quick easy one.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Yes, there we are. We're up. Right, so I'll just let it run its course because it's fucking brilliant, and I'll watch it again.
Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
I'm fucking looking at that thing, dude. I am really looking at it. This is my favourite bit.
That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. I do
it's thinking. What's it doing?
It's rotating.
What are you doing? What he's doing here, they're actually getting a lock on it, so they've locked onto the target, which in itself.
Roger. They're troubleshooting you box moving target?
That's going.
No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly.
We're on the third one now. So there's been three. They've got 3 pieces of footage now that they have disclosed as unidentified. It's just a little disky boy. Tic Tac was the second one. Third one. That's the Tic Tac's ace. Yeah, I like the big turny guy, the one who comes up. The Tic Tacs. Yeah, I love that as well. Love it all.
One thing I like about the second video is the reaction of the pilots.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, if that was in a movie, or if it was fake, but if it was in a movie, the kind of stock reaction to seeing a UFO would be like, awe and wonder.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Oh man.
That's just what you do, isn't it?
Oh man. It's I'll stop sharing the screen now because we've seen that. Excellent. Right, so we're back. Yeah, so obviously I remember seeing these getting leaks years and years ago. Just like another classic UFO video goes up. There's absolutely shitloads. It's always fun when you get a nice military one. You know, it's not caning people who are just filming it on the phone and it's just like grainy as shit. And, you know, it's like, oh, there's some lights in the sky. I love that shit as well. I love it all. But, you know, whenever you get like a weird military video, which there are lots about that have been leaked. And yeah, you know, it's come from, you know, a high up place in that regard. So it's had a whole story behind even getting to us now, being on the Sheffield UFO group talking about it and all that. But I love it. So yes, I'm a believer. I think that is could be an extraterrestrial drone. Who knows if there's people in it now? If you start looking into the pilots who have actually opened up about it and they're talking about it, and you know they've got a lot to say about it. I won't go into too much detail about it because there's like loads to talk about, and you know I'm going to talk about what's been going off, particularly in the club. But particularly David Fravor, he captured my imagination because he sort of.
Which one is he? The commander? Is he the pilot in the second?
Yeah. He's a Tic Tac guy. So he's the Tic Tac guy and Tic Tac man. So the second video of that one, and it's amazing because you can hear it in his fellow co-pilot and stuff's voice, that they're just astonished. But he seems to appear that he doesn't really want the fame that goes with it. He sort of just did it, and he sort of does it. Yes, people have commented saying like, oh, you know, he's been on Vice and stuff. How much does he want? But he has kind of had, from what I've gathered, is he had people egging him on a bit and helping him along the way to get his story out. Yeah. He seems a bit reluctant to become a UFO guy. I don't know why. He'd be reluctant to be a. Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily want to. It's not like a fame for fame's sake. He's obviously enjoying the ride a little bit.
Yeah.
He's always got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He fucking loves it.
Yeah.
I guess like the release, the disclosure, if you will, of the footage has kind of vindicated him. So he's probably just going through a wave of euphoria.
Yeah.
He's not this like crank guy.
No.
He's probably been freed in a way.
Yeah.
So he's loving life.
He's loving life. He also goes on to saying, which I also found interesting, the other pilots have got their own discussion, which is about the Nimitz encounter, which is the ship that the first footage was, an aircraft carrier, and those are the jets from that carrier. But back to David Fravor, he sort of said that there wasn't really any guys in suits turning up and telling him not to do anything. Like there wasn't. That one happened in 2017. So that's the most recent. And he sort of said that there wasn't any sort of process to go through in which to kind of not say anything, or he wasn't disencouraged to not say anything. That in itself is pretty interesting because you're always hearing about, oh, the certain thing got taken away. Like in the first footage, somebody came and took loads and loads of the data that was already stored on the other crafts, and that's basically they say that there was way more to the footage, and the bit that was been leaked is a small amount, and the government haven't given any more away. So they've kept it at like a very small amount. Because you think about there's probably loads of footage of that, like that whole thing. Because in the first footage, they were actually going out to chase a fleet of these things that had come up on a blip of radar. So the radar data is around there at some point. So they were going out chasing like loads of these things. So not just, they've only just captured one. So they might have got more on camera, but they've just decided to, well, whether or not it was intentionally leaked or it was actually leaked, they've still got loads more footage of the incidents that we've been told about, that's pretty cool. Hopefully more will come.
There's definitely a trend recently towards the American, intelligence agencies and stuff being a little bit more open with UFO stuff. Like Tom DeLonge's experience seems to be that of they're kind of having open secrets now, and they're not punishing. I don't know. Either they don't think it's that serious anymore, or they what do you think? Why are they being more open about it?
Well, there's like loads of different reasons why, probably, but I'd imagine it could be something to do with like private space companies maybe wanting to disclose, and that they might not. The governments might want to get there first before like a civilian or a private company wants to because they might be faced with loads of these things as well. It might be quite common, and they've been told to hush.
The way America is, they encourage the privatization of these sort of formerly very government centered endeavors like space exploration. You've now got Elon Musk out there with what's it, Sky? What is it? The satellites.
Oh yeah, the big Sky train thing. What's it? Yeah, I can't remember what is it called now. Yeah. It's like good luck.
Yeah, there's going to come a point when Elon Musk finds a UFO.
Yeah.
And he will come out first, and the news will be SpaceX discover aliens. Why didn't NASA find it before them? And it's a bit of, I think the government wants to own the narrative on it. So it's like, we better get this out there. Otherwise we'll look like we don't have any control over the kind of space realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry if my voice is really quiet, by the way, that would be my... we'll do something with the audio afterwards.
Yeah, we'll we might have to get another mic at some point if we do another one. Who knows? This could be the only one. So there's loads to actually talk about with that those 3 videos which the Pentagon have released. I agree with you though, Ben. Like it's sort of like, what's their motive? What's their weird intention behind it to change the rules, change the things?
But something's changed.
Yeah, something's changed
in that room who decide whether to keep these things a secret or not, but suddenly thought maybe it's better to be a bit more casual and loose with this alien stuff now. We don't know why they did it, but they must have had a talk about why.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Something's going off anyway. Something's popping off. And something's popping off in Sheffield at the moment as well.
One thing's for sure.
Told ya. I think we're done with it. I'm going to keep it on file though, and along with all my other bits and pieces. Right, I think. Let me just get back to my notes. Right, yeah. So I've sort of briefly said that I just always have been fascinated with aliens, UFO, anything to do with that, science fiction wise. I just lean to wanting to believe it. I am definitely on the side of it. I don't need much evidence. I choose to believe. So like, that's the way it is. People can always come and be like, oh, this, that's that. I'll be like, yeah, but I'm still going to believe that what I choose to believe. It's just the way it goes, isn't it? See, you have your own experience with stuff, and I've seen a couple of bits and bobs in the sky and whatnot. You know, strange lights, classic lights. Nothing so absolutely ace. I'd love to.
What have you seen? What's like the closest, or the most like, what's your most profound experience of UFOs?
I saw one light moving around in a sort of triangular formation really fast, which was like, it was like, it was up near Stanton Moor, up that way actually. Yeah, it was like, it was pretty weird, but I was,
Is it nighttime?
yeah, it's night time and I was pretty lean. No, I was at a party.
Okay.
Which actually leads me onto another thing, because people kind of shun UFOs if they're like, oh yeah, you were pretty lean, you know, you can't credit. It's like, I also would still like to hear about those. I'd still like to hear about those stories, even if you were, you know, a bit lean, a bit drunk, you know, partying a bit, you know. I think that's still, you know, fun and exciting, even if it's just a personal experience of a story of some kind. I'm cool with that.
I'll go through some of the
yeah. This is exactly, that leads us on to the right. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to bring us right back to the start, all the way down. Look at all this. This is amazing. In a week, we got all this. I guess like people might have quite a bit of time on their hands at the moment.
Hopefully none of you thought it was a private group.
Yeah. It says public at the top.
We're gonna dig deep, dredge some fucking mad shit.
I can't wait. I can't. Look at all this. This is amazing. Just keep scrolling down. Here we go. Woo. Right, yeah. I'll start. Here we go. Right. We'll start here with Will. I'll read it out. Me and my mum are pretty sure we witnessed this, as it matches the rough time and date of our own UFO sighting. Only found out it was a known incident years later. At the time, we lived at the west side of Sheffield, very close to the Peak District. My mum was driving me home from a doctor's appointment. We saw a black triangle in the sky, matching the description in the reports like this, heading further westward into the Peak District. Would love to know what was going on that night. The way the object moved through the sky was like anything I've seen before, like anything I've seen before or since. And then like there is good response to this one. Yeah. The way the object moved through the sky was unlike anything I've seen before or since. Then we'll have a little look into it here. The Howden Moor UFO incident.
Are you looking it up online?
Yeah, I've just got it here. Witnesses reported seeing a triangular UFO. Witnesses reported seeing jets and other aircraft soon after the UFO sighting. Maybe they'd got some data somewhere. Yeah, something had blipped on it. News reports talked of an air crash, which was then later denied. Classic cover-up. And then there's a video here, the Sheffield UFO incident. I've not actually watched that. I don't know how I've not watched that. There's just been that much going on. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's 48 minutes, 53 minutes. Right. Well, I'll have to get. Yeah, we'll just press play and let that play out. Right. I'll have to get back to that one. That's great though. We've got a few comments here. Yeah, the triangular shape UFO I keep seeing popping up all over the place. The exact sort of things with the lights on the side. And there's so much footage of people filming stuff like this on the internet. It is cool. Yeah. I was just, one of the comments was a photo of a triangle sort of shaped object craft. Here we go. Got another one here. Howden Moor incident. Yeah, I remember reading this one. This was great. This was in the Star, the Sheffield one. It was a story which could have been lifted straight out of a plot from the X-Files TV series. Yeah, they got me into it already. An unidentified flying object hovering in the clear night sky. Callers jamming police switchboards to report a light aircraft skimming rooftops on a collision course. Yeah, with the hills west of Sheffield. RAF jets screaming through the sky as if in pursuit of something. And finally, a deafening explosion which sent gamekeepers rushing from their isolated cottage on a Yorkshire moor.
When was this?
97. Yeah. It's got a piece in the UFO Times. Never read that, probably should. The whole article's pretty big. I recommend taking a look at it. I'll just read this bit out, which is from the Star. Emergency services from 4 counties were today involved in a massive operation to solve an X-Files style air crash, Riddle in South Yorkshire. The operation was launched after a suspected air crash and explosion were reported on Peak Street Moorland near Sheffield. Police treated the report seriously because callers reporting the incident were so specific, even though air traffic authorities had no official reports of missing aircraft. And then the front page is Moore's plane crash riddle from 97. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. I believe you. I think you did see it. I do. That's it. It's all there. Something happened, mate. Something happened. Something went down. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, and I hope it encourages more people to share anything that they've had, any form of like experience with that. You can even email me on I made a Google account for the because I'm obviously gonna have to upload it to YouTube, so I had to make a Google account, but we've actually got an email address now, Sheffield UFO Club @gmail.com. If you don't want me to read if you don't want to post it on the group because it's public, which it does say at the top. So if you want to email it to me and just like not have your name written out because you think people might think you're a bit weird or something, I won't mention your name and I'll just read it out, and it could be fun. Could be fun.
Want me to pop another brew on for you?
Yeah, I'll have another caramel, please. Caramel, that's how camomile's actually spelled, is caramel. Right, that was that one, and it's great, and it's actually backed up with a nice bit of other stories. It was a proper event. Right, I'll just carry on scrolling down because we had some more stories pop up as well. Hey, I like that one. God, there's loads. Look at this. It's mad. The reason why I'm going through it like this to do it is because it just all gets lost because there's been so much posts, which is good. I'm happy to do it, but I'm also happy to go through it because I think it's fucking, so much of it is dead funny. Lois had a great story. Not from Sheffield, but yes, it says Sheffield UFO Club, but it's not exclusive or limited to Sheffield. I just put Sheffield because that's where I live, and no one else has put Sheffield UFO Facebook page on it. And there was another Sheffield one, but it was, I can't remember what was it. I can't remember. Find it in a minute. Bob Lazar was right. Interesting. Who said Bob Lazar was right? Jack James said Bob Lazar was right. I'm inclined to
2 minds about.
Yeah, he's a 2-mind guy, old Bob Lazar, isn't he? I do read a lot of UFO stories, and they satisfy the same sort of part of my brain that enjoying science fiction does in that way, because I just want to believe, in science fiction, and I want to live in the Star Trek universe.
Bob Lazar's story is just really good either way. Like his description of these metal balls that you can't touch because they have like an anti-gravity force field.
Yeah.
Him saying like he's trying to touch it, but
it's like pushing back, a big magnet, pushing your own hands back.
Just gets you thinking.
I love it.
I don't care if it's like...
No. It doesn't need, that's the thing. Like, we live in a world where there's just fucking too much information anyway. Like, you kind of have to choose what you want to, take on. Otherwise, it's like, hey, up. Right, I'm going to read out Nick Hughes's story now. He's got quite a good one here. I wanted to share an experience of mine from a few years back. I was watching the Orion's Belt on Wednesday evening after a long shift at Maplin. Good shop. It was always sad when that's gone. I liked Maplin. Anyway, and as I stared at the night sky, I suddenly saw a bright light slowly descend. I followed the light down. To my surprise, it landed down in Meersbrook Park. I adjusted the zoom and to my amazement saw a smooth metallic egg shape hovering 2 feet off the ground. Shortly after, a long rectangular hatch opened in the egg and 2 Dobermans appeared and stepped out, but on their hind legs. I'm going to get the giggles here and I need to stop that, otherwise I won't be able to stop. They then moved slightly across the park, perfectly upright. No, silently, not slightly. They then moved silently across the park, perfectly upright, almost gliding. I lost sight of them after that. Has anyone else experienced anything similar? Question mark. Right then. Right then. First of all, Nick, I'm really happy that you shared your story with us. I think it's an important thing to do at this point. Now, I have searched online for any other accounts or with any other witnesses who've seen this. It's quite a busy park. And judging by the fact that you had just finished Maplin, I'm assuming that's going to be like 6 in the evening, 7. Now, this lovely hound here, she needs walking, 2 to 3 times a day. And her favourite time to go to the park is like, 6, 7, when everyone finishes work. And, I'm just sure that, like, if other people had seen this happening, then, like, there's always a dog walker there. There's somebody else always there. There's got to be some kind, and there's no reports. There's nothing else. I can't find anything.
There's one thing on only in Meersbrook that sounded similar to cooking ladies.
There's one thing on only in Meersbrook. You'd have to dig it up. We'll have to have a look. I'd have to troll back a few. Well, when did Maplin's close? A couple of years. I'd have to go back a few years of only in Meersbrook to see if anyone else noticed anything. So I'm struggling to believe it. However, I love the story. I wish it was true. I hope it's true, but I can't really comment on it too much, apart from the fact that I did earlier, saying, yes, mate, that's a classic Meersbrook Park. The Dobermans come harvesting lentils for their human pets back on their homeworld. I don't remember writing that, actually. Fucking hell. Great, though. Thank you very much. And I would be happy to read out stories as we go along on it. Now, I hope they are legit, but story's a story. Why let the truth get in the way of a good story? Eh? Oh, mate, thanks. Carry my. Oh, good plan. Oh, cheers. Oh, great. Thank you very much. Here we go. Right, we've got Lois now. This was good because I got checked out the video and it was cool.
You put security on and locked your meeting up so we don't get any fucking
CIA agents coming in and fucking taking us out. No, it's all locked up. Hello, pretty sure I saw a UFO above Carlton Gardens in Melbourne, Australia in 2012. Good year. Other people saw it too and posted videos, and this is one I'll actually lob that on as well. It was a triangle of lights, similar to what we were saying earlier. It seems to be a bit of a running theme. Stayed in one place for ages, spinning, and then would move really quickly to another spot and keep spinning. Happy searching, UFO pals. I know it's not Sheffield, but I just got excited. That is fine. As I said, just because we're in Sheffield, I want to hear all global and UFO stories from people. This is what I'd like. Right, let's have a little look here. This is pretty classic UFO footage. You know, it's great. I love it. Lois. Look at that. There you go. It's a nice flashing light. No, No, this was one that she saw similar to it. So this is one that's, and it's from Melbourne as well. So it's blurry. Just remembered going to be uploading this to SoundCloud as well, so it's hard to it's probably going to be cool. Yeah, I like it. That's good, and it's been. Let's have a little look at the comments here. Let's have a look.
The truck is that pillow?
Yeah,
it's not very aesthetic.
Yeah, there's our kid here. Our kid. He's come to check us out. We've got another one. He's melting a bit now, actually. Right. Okay. So yeah, not too many comments, and that was great. I loved that one. Right. Back to. I might as well keep the camera on just the small screen. Keep us going through the. Yeah, because it's like this is where we're focused on. Yep. Funny. Ha ha ha. Memes. I like memes. I did a funny here as well. Oh, speaking of which. I'm actually going to set up an Instagram and stuff. And I'm just going to like be hoying stuff on that as well. Mostly the sort of, the memes and stuff. But fucking hell, I don't know. I'll have to wait until. What's this here? What's Dave Coogan saying? Anyone else noticed the place is called Cumburgers? Ah, it is. Yeah, Kumbu. It's referring to footage that Joe Thompson put on. And it's good. There's loads of it. Yeah, I recommend checking it out. Yeah.
What country is that?
Turkey. So Cumburgers is in Turkey, but it's spelt Kumburgaz, but Dave spelt it cum burgers. Cool. Right then. I've not actually had a look at the UFO sighting become legend like King Arthur. I need to check that one out. Oh, fuck it. Let's have a look now. It sounds ace. What now? Quickly. Oh, it's on the BBC. Yeah, it'd be 10 hours. I'll just, okay. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm not going to look at it now. You're right. Yeah. All right. I'll just read the brief thing out because I've not actually looked at this. Rendlesham Forest UFO sighting becomes a. Oh, I do actually know this one. This is actually a. Sorry, I thought it was going to go on to some sort of fantasy thing about King Arthur. That is a really famous UFO incident. It's celebrated all around the world, actually. Another one, which was it was a US airman who, here we go. Who've claimed to see the UFO, but nobody's official has recognized it. So it was a military personnel who came across who came across it, and because it's become legendary. In Rendlesham Forest. That's in the UK. A new documentary about one of the most famous UFO sightings in the UK concludes that the mystery is legend status, like Loch Ness or King Arthur. I'd agree with that statement. It's people celebrate it as like being an incredible one because it is amazing. Anyone who doesn't know about it, I might do another. I might put that in another one because it is a classic. But I might draw attention to that because it's fucking brilliant. It's really good. But once again, military personnel coming across with it, and then basically no comment from anyone high up in the RAF. Although I don't think it was mentioned in the British government recently released loads of UFO documents, but I don't think any of them contained this one, which is potentially one of the biggest. Anyway, I'll move on because that's a.
I remember there being a good reply to that.
If King Arthur wasn't real, then how did they get the sword out of the stone? Yep. Is Benny Boy talking about Bob Lazar? Yeah, that's a good article, that, isn't it? Looking at the Bob Lazar story, yeah. It's quite long.
Yeah, I wouldn't read it all out, but he basically thinks that I think like a part of the Bob Lazar story is these like UFOs that he'd bring people to watch every Wednesday night in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And this guy has got some really good evidence that they were like big plasma balls or something. But this guy believes in UFOs, by the way, but he just thinks Bob Lazar is lying.
He just thinks he's lying.
He thinks he originally started lying to show off, but then he got in trouble and he had to say that he believed his own story about UFOs in order to get out of getting in trouble in court. So it's really interesting. And this guy thinks basically Bob Lazar has to keep it up, even though he doesn't want to. It's pretty mad.
He gets a migraine on the Joe Rogan show, doesn't he, as well? He looks like a pretty stressed out guy when you see him. Yeah, worth a read if anyone does it, because I want to believe Bob Lazar. That's the thing as well. Like we both do, don't we? We really want to believe him. Like, and I'll be inclined to say I do. But this,
I really just wanted to find out more about.
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
There's not much. There's like some basic like debunker shit online, but it's kind of bad natured and
yeah.
Just calling him wacky. When he's
Yeah, I ain't got any time for that. I can't. Yeah.
Never mind, be how you want, wacky or not, but he's not a particularly wacky guy.
No, it's just pretty lame when people just fucking outright start dissing people just like because they're calling him wacky or stuff. It's like, oh, he's fucking what,
I think he's selling it either.
No, he doesn't seem to have any other vested interest. If anything, he's kind of gone a bit quiet recently. I don't think he was ever too loud. I don't know. Was he harking on about it? He's been doing quite a lot of.
I mean, because his story is so mint, it obviously became famous, and that brings the kind of skeptics out of the woodwork a bit.
Yeah. Right then, moving on. There he is, old Zontar. That's funny. That's good shit. Good shit. What have we got here? And the UFO's coming next. Says. I'll just read this out because it's pretty funny. When are the UFOs coming? This is from Bert. When are the UFOs coming next? Does anyone know? I swear the only ones I've seen are in films like Close Encounters, and it's really beginning to piss me off. Like, what's the matter with me? Am I not likable enough for these aliens to bother with, even just a quick fly blast? Sure, I'd love it if they came and whipped me away for a few kinky experiments, but I'm not expecting that. Just a quick glimpse of a saucer would suffice. I agree. It's they're teasing us. They're teasing us. Why do they expose themselves to some people and not others? Just fucking show your boy Bert. Bert wants to see. just do a little flyby. Oh, I love this picture. It's fucking brilliant. It's of a dinosaur. I can't remember the name of it. Kissing a woman and having her, and then there's an alien just observing behind him. It's like it's just stays. I love it. Yeah, it's great. Right, we've got more. David. This original Virillion message, 1977. That it is. This is. I remember this scaring me when I watched it. It was like. It's pretty. I'll just show you.
Settlement based on one man, one vote. But he says there are conditions. These include stopping the execution of all captured prisoners of war, allowing negotiations. In Australia,
Here we go. It's the main bit. It's the main show.
The voice of Allah, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. For many years, you have seen it as lights and experiments.
And I didn't like it. It scared me. Apparently. So the story saying from this YouTube, when was it for? I think it's quite an old one, unless it's been re-uploaded. It basically interrupted a news broadcast and started saying this mid-broadcast. Now, if you look at the, it looks fake as hell. It looks like someone's having a fucking good laugh with it, and so they should. Fuck it. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. I believe it. Let's have a look at some of the comments, actually. Fuck it. This is the voice of really, is it? Oh, no, that's just the actual text they've written on here, which is ace. It is good. I'm not mocking it either, because, you know, somebody's put a lot of effort getting the YouTube video together, at least, and uploading it, figuring it out. Real or fake, doesn't matter. Listen to the content. That's important. That's true. That's true. I like that. Whether you believe in aliens or not, the message is clear. We're killing ourselves and each other. Our wars only get us what the winner wants, as oppressed to what's morally right. It's like our beliefs and nations and prizes won in competitions, battles to the death, and had to open the thing then. And if a nation's big enough, they can do whatever the hell they want, because in war, it isn't about who's right, but who's left. That system cannot exist anymore. I won't stand for it, and I wager I'm not the only one. That's a guy, well, somebody called Sapphire Flames from 4 years ago. So, you know, there's a lot of people talking about it. I'll just give it another little blast. It's 5 minutes 11. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's like, why would an alien have like a British accent in that way anyway? Like, we come to warn you that Boris Johnson. Take that back then. Yeah, you're right. They'll be doing a classic chameleon mimicking thing. Now, I thought it sounded like this. Mr. Ons. Yeah. This. It's ace, isn't it? That's that. I fucking love that. I used to love that as a kid. It's absolutely ace. Right. Don't really know what that is. That Nimitz encounters. Really interesting. Really interesting. I highly recommend watching that. That's about what I was talking about earlier. First video in the Pentagon thing. It's about an aircraft carrier. Those guys. I talked about it earlier. I won't go back into it again. It's a great little video that you can tell it's quite a lot of money's been pumped into it. It's a reenaction, most of it, apart from the actual footage. But it sort of gives. It looks high. It looks quite high budget. Somebody's poured some cash into it, definitely.
Notice your fans started really going as soon as you started talking about the Nimitz.
Yeah, it is. It's really going for it. Yeah. I reckon that'll be people trying to get onto the thing. In fact, I'm just going to stop the share a sec. Let's have a look. Make sure we're still recording. We're still recording. There's me. That big screen again.
Share for 1 minute because it does.
Yeah.
It gets your fan going a bit. So
Just kick back a sec. I could. I'll go on to it here. I'll just have a little read. Let me have a look at my notes actually while it's not screen sharing.
So the Nimitz, that's what's in the second Pentagon video.
It's in the first one. That's the one that turns on its end like that and starts. Yeah, that's the Nimitz one. Yeah.
So what's that little thing that the second video captures? I thought that was one of them little Nimitz that flies around.
Oh, I might have got mistaken because the Tic Tac does appear on the Nimitz show, doesn't it? The Nimitz show. I might have got my wires crossed a bit actually, but you know, it's just a lot of information to take in. You, I don't make many notes. I keep them in my head. Right, what were we up to?
The Nimitz.
Yeah, the Nimitz in Cal. I'll just have a quick read of it. Nimitz. I haven't actually been keeping track of the
Little baby Nimitz.
the little baby Nimitz. Oh. Actually, no, that sounds patronising, and I proper don't want to do that because I love this shit. And these people are very brave to come forward and tell us about this stuff because you don't know if they're going to get taken out. Nimitz. The little Tic Tac Nimitz. Ooh. Sounds like yeah, it does sound like a Tic Tac, doesn't it, in itself? Like, oh, I'll have a Nimitz. I'll have a little Nimitz to get. Ooh. The Nimitz encounters was a thing. Wiki Nimitz USS Nimitz UFO incident. Yeah, oh, it's pretty long. Fuck it, I'll just read it. The USS Nimitz UFO incident was a radar visual encounter of an unidentified flying object by US fighter pilots of the Nimitz carrier. Nimitz carrier strike group in 2004. Two FA-18 Super Hornets, pilots led by Commander of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, communicated that they saw a flying object. Radar signals were seen by United States Navy ships and aircraft in the area as well. An infrared video recording taken from the FA-18. That part of the incident has also been released. That's dead fresh. The primary encounter occurred during a combat training exercise being conducted in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Southern California on the 14th of November 2004, with the related sightings supposedly occurring in the days before and after the encounter. Yeah, and yeah, we've talked about this one. I was just trying to find out if, because I think yeah, right, okay, so because the Tic Tac, the Nimitz Tic Tac, yeah, the Tic Tac one, I'm not sure if that was it. Tic Tac UFO. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the Tic Tac was the Nimitz. Yeah, buzz bobbity bob bob bibbity bob. Right, where were we? What's the stream saying now? I don't actually know how long we've been doing this for. Is that what time is it? Did we start? It's probably coming up to about fucking 45 minutes or something. Actually, I think we started just before. I think we started at like, oh yeah, this is a nighttime broadcast. You know, you've gone through the sort of hecticness of the day. I think the best time to sit and sort of like, you know, talk about UFOs, think about it's a nighttime thing, isn't it? You know, and ideally maybe around a fire, but not good lighting for the cameras. Right, I think I'll just have a quick look back on the Facebook page because it's that's where it's all popping off. No, I'll just pop it. I'll pop it. Yeah, that fan ain't going anywhere. I'll pop it back on there. Right.
By the way, I'm not bossing Jeets around.
No, he's you're guiding me because I ramble. I'll just be rambling for hours and hours. Right, hang on a sec. I'm still getting used to it. Here we go. Screen share and back onto the. Here we go. Right, here we go. So we're screen sharing. Benedict Amadeus Scrivener says, "Can we talk about Hollow Earth, please?" Yes, we can talk about Hollow Earth. It's not really. It's unrelated to UFOs, I'd say. It's going into more a completely different crypto geology. That's what I was looking. That's exactly what I was looking for. Excuse me. Now, I would like to welcome other theories, anything else outside of it. There's no reason why we have to be solely engaged in UFO stories. If it starts a thread, if people want to talk about stuff, then why not? Why not talk about Hollow Earth? I haven't got much to say about it. I don't know much about it. Apart from some absolutely ace films, which I've seen before, which actually people have commented on here. At the Earth's Core, 1976. Yeah, loads of stuff. It's good. There's an interest for it all. But I don't know anything, so I'm just go and have a look if you want to come back with some more information. I'll read it out. There's Bill Hicks. Have you heard about the conspiracy that Bill Hicks is Alex Jones? Okay, cool. I tried to search for it the other day. It's pretty hard to find now. It's amazing. He kind of the way that they draw attention is like his face looks a little bit like it's like, Anyway, yeah, that's enough about Alex Jones. I love this picture here. That it's one Chris Watson's place one. Said ace. Yeah, little funny pictures. Happy with that. Another one. Martians are controlling the Tory party, and here's why it's not okay. Do I want to get into that one? Shall we have a look? Let's have a little look. Why are they talking? Why are the Martians?
It's just a picture in its own, Jones.
It is, yeah. It's just seeing what's popping off. Josh Oxley, this is funny. Ill-informed. Martians are fully committed to intergalactic luxury communism. Yeah, that's a good fucking thing. And have been for millennia. If Jones ever left his London-centric Remainer bubble to speak to an actual Martian, he would know this. Shame on the Guardian for giving him the inches. Josh Oxley, grade 1 fucking comment. That's ace. Ed Crisp. What do they eat though? Great question. Who fucking knows? And I'd be just imagining how they even like interact or like, do they hug each other or whatever? Like, it's just it's amazing. You could like, there's just no end to the possibilities. Have a little look here, shall we? Some really, really good answers here. You said maybe they photosynthesize. Why the fuck they don't? Dave says aspic. And another normal plain looking foods like bread, cream and white sauce. Represent. Cream of tomato soup. Chupacabras. Soylent Green. Space Raider crisps. Milky Way chocolate bars, sometimes Mars. Zontar is another alien who likes eating, loves a sausage with a fag and gravy, weathered down with vodka. Old Zontar says, got crisps, got feelings. Ass. And Dula Booby More says ass. Cream of some young guy. And then I nuked it with cattle mutilation because like that's sort of, I did actually got into reading about that quite a few years ago. Thought it's a classic. It's up there with the crop circles, which none of us have spoken about. There's been no crop circles on this group for a week.
In fact, I never really heard people talk about them that much.
No. I guess we haven't. I don't know. It's like you sort of associate it with being like dead far out in America, don't you? And it's like this like massive ones get built. But yeah, I've not heard of any crop circle stuff in ages. But I'd put the cattle mutilation and the crop circle stuff in a very similar era of UFO sort of.
It was just like one person making crop circles like bouncy, and now he's like tired.
Who fucking knows?
No, they don't get built.
Yeah, he just called it a day. He was just like, I've had enough now. Yeah,
obviously, like assuming that it's human. Like, there might be
spaceships and stuff. One of my funniest things, I heard people saying that they actually, I think it's from Signs. I think it's from the film Signs. That crop circles are like directions for aliens, like pointers, but like they've just travelled across like vast amounts of space.
And you can't even see the Great Wall of China from space. You're not going to be able to see it.
Why would you use it? Like, you'd just use your sat nav, wouldn't you? Your boss fucking 4D sat nav, just like blasting in and out of space time. Like, oh, there's a little crop circle on the left there. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm being naive. They probably mean something far more thing like connecting Earth's gravity fields and stuff like that. I'm being lighthearted because I'm just excited about the whole thing. Cattle mutilation, that's pretty horrible. Don't search that if you're a bit squeamish. Probably should have mentioned that bit of a disclaimer. I am a former employee. I was let go on a medical discharge. I did actually see that. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, that's a scary one. It's another. Yeah, it's on the Facebook. It's another old UFO YouTube thing. I remember it being pretty scary. And in '97 as well, a significant year. In 1997, syndicated talk show host Art Bell received a frantic call from a man claiming to have worked in Area 51. I remember this from years ago. Yeah, it did scare me. It's been re-uploaded. I'm sure it came out much before then. Strawberry Aphrodite 420. Sorry, I'll just stop I'll just read it out for you. The call does not appear to be a hoax. Instead, it has an eerie sound of truth. The call was immediately knocked off the air. Let's move into the next bit. Nice. Could it be that the government or the aliens silenced him to keep the people from knowing their plans? Proper put together on old-fashioned Windows Movie Maker, this as well. You be the judge. This is proper Windows Movie Makers. I love it. Original YouTube before it was all. Hey guys.
Line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
Well, you can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
Yeah, transmission lost. Well,
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
It's the government, or...
I don't know.
It has to be something.
I'll just have a quick look and see what it says about what channel that was. I can't remember what it was, but I do. It really, I liked it when it came on. It scared me actually. Whatever it is, if you think of yourself as a voice actor in any way, like that sort of wavering fear, that is good. But if not, well, it's not good if you're scared. it sounds like he's well scared. It'd be hard to just fucking legit just get that, just pretend to do that, I think. I mean, that, you know, actors exist and stuff. But as I said, I choose to believe it. Right, these comments are saying fuck all. Yeah, right. I'll get back onto Facebook now. I'll have to have another look at that. It's quite a while ago. Right then, where are we? Oh yeah, this is good.
My gosh, what is that?
It's my boy. It's my boy having a party. Yeah, he's going fucking going ape shit to some fucking drum and bass in his little fucking saucer or whatever he's chilling in. I'll just read this out. Little poem. I once knew an alien called Joe, and I said to him, Joe, I must know. And without hesitation or further explanation, I asked, are you a friend or a UFO? Oh, I love this meme as well. Aliens, tell us about humanity. Me, getting ready to snitch on the bourgeoisie. Right, loads more stuff. There is fucking loads. Absolutely loads, I believe. That's a pretty funny video. That's the Posidist stuff. Yeah. What was it briefly again?
The Marxists, well, the communists who believe that the revolution will come from, that aliens will land and they will initiate the communist revolution.
Yeah.
So they're waiting for the aliens to do it, and they don't want anyone else to do it.
Yeah. Ace. You're eating edible before your flight. Hi, alien memes. Just going to skim past Ike. He's had a lot of airtime. I'm not caning the guy. I don't want to cane anyone. He's had a lot of airtime recently. I don't want to fucking probably have been about an hour, you know. Probably have been about an hour. I'll wrap it up because I haven't even got halfway through, you know, like what's actually on the page. So I'll just have a quick skim here. I love this heliospheric current sheet. Absolutely ace. Fucking ace. Right then. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what we were talking about earlier. That was sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting there's going to be freaking people who were listening rather than it. I just skimmed past a little snippet of what meet the Top Gun pilot who chased a UFO in the Super Hornet of the video that we were talking about earlier, the Pentagon. David Fravor. Lovely picture here. You know, who needs UFOs, eh? Yeah, he has. Good music. Pin posts. Do you want to comment on your comment? Why would world governments withhold information about UFOs in the past? Shall I skim past? Why would world governments withhold information from UFOs in the past? Are they scared of the public's reaction? Do they want a technological advantage over rival states? And what are the benefits of governments disclosing info, like they are starting to do now? Can they pump more funds into UFO research if things are out on the open? Are governments working together now on UFO research? And so there's no need to hide research. Are people less likely to panic these days due to their constant exposure to rapidly developing advanced technology?
I mean, I think we covered quite a bit of that today.
Yeah.
The Elon Musk thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are probably a bit more prepared. I think, I don't know, maybe like since like in the sort of the old days of UFOs, maybe people would go into a panic if alien technology surfaced, but
people are becoming more adapted to it.
Shit happens every day. That's so surprising.
Yeah.
And I think people are just used to that shit happening all the time now.
Yeah, it's true. It's like it doesn't stop, does it? It's like people can accept so much. Like it's just like, oh, this mad things happen. It's like
I went going to London like a few years ago now, but I didn't know they had face recognition technology.
Nah.
And then I found out they did. It's like, well, I didn't even know it fucking existed.
It is mad. It's catching
like every day there's like something new. So I don't think people would be that panicked if aliens did. You know, if it got released that they do exist and stuff. So
I agree. I don't think there'd be anywhere near as much mass panic as there might have been in the past. Even then, it's like, you know, the scarier things have happened. Like if you get, getting fucking bombed from the sky and like in the war, it's like it's
I think
terrifying.
people are used to mad shit.
Yeah.
It happens. You have like a split second of like fucking hell, and then it's the new reality. Like people adapt to shit.
They do, and like with the amount of sort of films and TV that's been sort of like gradually, warming up, especially like our generation and stuff like this. Getting into it. I've got a good one here from Loic or Loric J Pump Whistle. Here we go. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Really pleased this group exists. Just wonder what everyone's thoughts are here. Do aliens listen to Led Zeppelin? And do aliens play Telecasters? There's a desert in Mexico called the Silent Desert. All sorts of activity there. I wonder if aliens get their Mexican Telecasters when they land. Stock up on FX and wait for the next wormhole to take them back. So we've got a bit of footage here. Let's have a little look what we've got here. So it's from Loic J Tucky, 9 subscribers. And this has had 131 views, posted on the 4th of May, 2020. Let's have a look and see what it's got.
Oh my gosh. Listen to the sound of that thing. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. What are they listening to in there? It's like Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's like a thing. Guys, coming down, man. It's rotating. We gotta go down there. I'm just gonna take a look around here. Like, sounds great in here. Oh, God! Looks like we got a Mexican Telecaster, Tex-Mex pickups, black scratch plate.
Oh, look at his arm.
Some kind of midnight wine finish. Sounds great.
Right. I didn't want to talk through it while it was going on, but for people who aren't listening to, who couldn't watch it, sorry. Basically, it's the footage that we've been talking about earlier, that the Pentagon have released, and like they did mention the pilots and stuff, and had mentioned that the Pentagon had withheld a lot of the actual footage of the the stuff. Now it appears on this video that there might be more footage through here than we've seen, like in the previous ones, and they seem to be. The pilots seem to suggest that they've been listening to Led Zeppelin, and then it cuts to it, and you see the UFO descending down, and then there's a bit. Then it's sort of a bit of torches like waving about, and then you can see this big alien, green alien, like, and it's holding a Telecaster, a Mexican Telecaster, and it's it's pretty grainy. It's pretty grainy. And I'll have to fact check it and stuff. Really, I've not. That's. It's been the first time I've seen this. I didn't know what it was, but let's just check out the comments, shall we? And let's have a little look. It's it's classic sort of UFO, a bit grainy. There's not that much HD in the UFO community with this. Like, lots left. You got to fill in the lots. Definitely a lot's left to the imagination, especially on some videos. Let's have a little look here then, shall we? I'd be surprised if the younger aliens even knew who Led Zeppelin were. Oh, sorry. Maybe, but I think some of the riffs and rhythmic sections transcend age, time, space, and dimensions. Yeah, you're right on that one. I'm glad we found some common ground. I did read Brian's post later on. It's fucking brilliant. Let's have a little look here. It's an interesting theory, the Led Zeppelin theory, but I'm sure they preferred Deep Purple. And there's a bit of telecast hating going on here. Go and take a look there. I'm not going to get into any guitar favourites. I'm not really a guitar player.
Pretty funny.
We've got beef. There's bit of beef popping off. This was interesting. Multidimensional alien races don't fly around in big spaceships. They just teleport using megaforce. Let me teach you some quick basics. Reptilians take human form when nobody's looking. They quick shapeshift, multidimensional teleportation. Wow, they know some insane tricks. Now, why the fuck couldn't aliens be interdimensional or anything? Why would they be operating within if they're bending space time and stuff like that? It's really interesting. I love all that shit. You know, there's no even the concept of having to like travel in spaceships would seem kind of like weird if you had such technology to get across. You'd sort of go through a wormhole, a bit like Stargate. If you ever watched that, that's basically a series of gates that have been put on different worlds, and you activate the gate. It's got a lot of electricity from some, science fiction, and then you walk through it, and it takes you instantly somewhere else through a wormhole. You know, that sort of stuff. Bending space time. Hey up, you all right, love? Get you doing a circle. Right. But you know, it could sort of lead on to the fact that you wonder if there's loads and loads of other races of aliens in the same way. Maybe some of them haven't quite got the nuts and bolts to travel interdimensionally. You know what I mean? It's endless. You could fucking no, it doesn't have to be one or the other. It could just be different. It could be a totally different race of aliens. All these different ships. In fact, later on. Anyway, just before I leave, Loic, that video is fucking brilliant. I love it. I'd love to see more like it. I haven't been able to see any more of that sort of like Led Zeppelin related alien stuff. I'd love to know anything else that they might be listening to blasted through the airwaves. Be fucking ace. But thanks for that. I hope you inspire other people to send in their videos. Would you kiss an alien? This stirred a few comments. This was good. It was a good response. I'm gonna have to fucking call it a day soon, man. We're up to like an hour and a bit, I think now. I know we've definitely been at an hour because the last time I checked was like, oh, I've not checked the time. Let's make a note of it.
See what they're saying to this.
Kissing an alien thing. Right. I only kiss aliens from now on, starting from now. How do you know you haven't? Absolutely. Not on the first date. Oh, there's Riker. You bet your ass. Always got time for Riker. I'm going to take that bitch down. I'd do more than kiss her, mate. And then Kirk, nice little fucking... He's having a little pervy Kirk grin. Oh, here we go. I would. Not after last time. Every day. I kissed my alien goodnight before I took it in for a good night's space sleep. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Just took it in. Ooh. Most men wouldn't even leave the house if they could kiss their own alien. Don't really know what that means. It's more of a loving parental kiss. If I could kiss my own alien, it would be way more than a loving parental kiss. Winky smiley. Ooh, kinky. That's not your alien. It is, I promise. I just can't find the paperwork. Right, anyway, moving on. We'll start rounding it up now. I'll put more straight shit in here. There's just so much. I'll have to start making notes because I kind of just came to this thing today without really many notes. I had a few things, but I did a false start. I sat down and went, don't know what I'm doing because I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel much better about it now I've got started. You know, I feel like if I was to go back now and start it again, I'd know what to do. But, you know, it's the first one. It's your first freaking pop. It's your first pop. You know, put a drum kit in front of me. I'll freaking play that. No probs. I'll have pop. I've never done a podcast before. Sun Ra. Freaking hell. Absolutely ace. That's a right tune. Actually, that's a good thing. What I can sort of round it up with was saying, this mushroom post was ace as well. Yeah. I am really happy that people are lobbing in a really wide range of subjects, and as long as people don't start being like mean to each other on it and just getting into a shouting match, that's when it becomes like, sometimes a heated debate, that's fucking ace. But if people start fucking being assholes and that, not bothered. But yes, I love the fact that like science fiction is getting put in here. We're getting some like memes lobbing in here. We're getting some good like YouTube things popping in here. Good YouTube things. We get some good YouTube things popping in here, mate. Good fucking content basically of all angles. It's great. I feel like just keep it coming. Don't if you like this is great. Hi gang, I'm looking for examples of UFOs and unidentified machines in movies, video games, and telly, anything visual really. So also art, music, videos, etc. If you have any fave examples of fictional UFOs, let me know. Not super interested in the ETs right now. Fair enough. I just want their tech. Fair enough again. It's fucking good tech. And this fucking started off a great thread. I really enjoyed this one. Thanks, Max. That was fucking ace. Let's have a little look, actually. Some great pictures here. Look at that. Yeah, this one got people's imagination going because it's the crossover between UFOs, whether or not you believe in them or don't believe in them. I'd say people who are on the fence, welcome. Skeptics, welcome. Everyone's welcome. Just, approach it in the angle that you feel comfortable with in that one. I personally want it to go fucking absolutely mad and really start, keep, exploring like mad fucking theories, and getting into it that sort of way. At the same time, if you want to post, science fiction films, stuff like that, stuff that interests you in that sort of way, then fuck it, get it on. It's a good way of visualizing stuff if you sort of think, you read stories and stuff of it. I'd like to see more personal accounts if people want to pop them on, if they have any, or if they're sort of umming and ahhing. That includes what I was saying earlier, if you've had an experience where you've been partying and, it's like, oh, I wasn't a sober brain, I wasn't sober, it's not credible or anything like that. I want to fucking hear it. I also want to hear about your fucking zany dreams. If you just have a zany fucking alien dream or whatever, blob it on. I'll read it out. It's cool shit. I'll have to. I think I'll have to sort of round it up about there because, as I said, there's just so much content. I need to go through it all. I'll have to start, sort of pinning stuff that's become significant and maybe starts bigger threads and all that sort of stuff and interesting discussions. As I said, it's public group, so I do the fuck you want. I don't know what the limit is nowadays on Facebook for how many people you can have. It'd be funny if we got to that though. Hey. Beam Me Up Upperthorpe, that was it. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. So we've got Beam Me Upperthorpe, another UFO group. I've made contact with the Todd Morden UFO group. Yeah, definitely look forward to sharing stories and content with those guys. That's fucking ace. I think I might move it on from now. First fucking podcast, eh? Ooh, not bad. I don't know if I'm going to edit it down yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. Nature of it is just kind of like rambling. I hope it's not been boring for you. Hope you've enjoyed it, but fucking knows, do they? Fucking first ever one, eh? Wonder if anyone else has ever. Yeah. Well, I was actually surprised at the little amount of groups that were going on Facebook. There's a big following on Reddit. I love this one. Sorry, I've just been scrolling. On Reddit, there's there's lots of chatter on the UFO stuff there. So I have a good look on that. I recommend that as well. Anyone else who's having a look. But yeah, as far as Facebook groups are concerned, there's not that much great deal. Thomas Maxwell Shaw posted a fucking ace picture of Park Hill with a fucking UFO over it as well. Oh, that's great. That's good shit. If anyone finds anything Sheffield related, I posted that Sheffield United ground UFO thing. Grainy as shit. I don't remember it happening, but I remember it coming out in the paper. That was fun. Always interested in Sheffield stuff, obviously. Fucking hell, it's just so much. Right, I think we've about cut up. We'll sort of reassess again in a week, I guess. See what the fuck's going on. Yeah. What do you reckon? I think that's about it. I'll just go back onto this bit here. Stop the share here on that. Right then. You gonna say bye to the camera? No, she's asleep. That dog's asleep. Right. Cheers. Thanks, everybody. See you on the internet.